Alright guys, so we're up here at Bribie Island again today, and today we're going to take you for a little bit of a walk around the back of the forts. We're going to show you the accommodation area where the guys served up here during World War II. We'll give you a bit of a rundown on the other forts as well. That'll be a bit later in the video. If you do like the video, hit the like button. It does help out the channel a heap with the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel for any other videos. Alright, here we go. Beside me here to my left, this is where they believe that the old World War II hospital might have been. Some believe, how it's been explained from some of the soldiers that served up here, that it was an old E-shaped building. You've got your one ridge hump here, another one here, and then another one down there. And what it was that they had tea tree logs that ran down the sides of it, and then they had a roof over the top of it. But it never showed up on any of the old military maps. The reason for that is that it was actually doubled an interrogation camp as well. So if there was ever any Japanese that came up here and we captured them, they would have taken them in here and they would have interrogated them. It definitely has seen its days, and it's eroded away quite a bit now. So as you do come up through the Fort Bribie area, you will start to notice that there's a heap of concrete slabs left around. The one behind us here, this was the old officers' quarters. We're going to take you past a lot more that are through the bushland here, and we'll explain what each one is as we go past them, but there is a lot up here. Behind me, this is where the main central water tank is. And the water tanks that were up here were all spring fed. So they'd pump the water from the spring right up into the tanks, and that would then direct it into the base from there. I'll take you up to the water tank here. Now they have covered these tanks up so that way that nobody can fall in the holes. So we're now in the main Fort Bribie area, and you've got a heap of foundations behind us. When this area was being used, it resembled a bit of a small village. You had lots of accommodation areas, you had a small post office, there was a first aid centre. The post office was the only way that they could communicate in and out of the base, and everything actually had to be tracked and made sure that there wasn't any information that could leak that the base was here, because it was a secretive base and they didn't want the Japanese to find out that the base was here, so they tried to keep it as secret as possible, and by doing that they made sure that all mail was read before it came in or out. We've just made it up to where the toilet blocks were. We're standing right beside the officers' toilet block. Then you had the females, and then you had the males down the end there. So you can actually see here where they've snapped the old porcelain dunnies off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dunnies. Still foundations and a few other things laying all the way around. And the drainage systems look like they've remained pretty well uncovered. If you are walking up this way, it does pay to bring some mosquito repellent. You definitely get a lot of mosquitoes up here, especially in the summer months. It's not so bad in the winter months, but in the summer months after we have a bit of rain, it can be putrid. Just watch out. So we're now just directly behind where the gun emplacements are here at the Fort Bribie area. Now this structure, this is the old sewage tank. Now this is where all the waste ended up. And they actually ran a pipeline all the way across the other side of the island. And it ran on a slight degree down, and then they leaked it out into the Palmerstone Passage. We're going to show you that now. As you come through the marshland, you'll spot little spots like this behind us here where they've dug a big area out and they've built it up. And these were machine gun posts, and they were quite worried that during the war that the Japanese would land on the western side of the island and take the island from the back. So they set these machine gun posts up all the way along here in the marshland, just where the bush line is. So if the Japanese did happen to come, they could get on the machine gun and take them out. This is the rest of that pipeline that I was telling you about that runs all the way to the Palmerstone Passage.
There's a reason for my feelings. There's a reason why I'm healing. Yeah, I feel higher than the ceiling. All because of you. You and I were so sweet, talking till we are asleep.
The old slab here, this was the old powerhouse. As we do make our way closer to the gun emplacements, you will notice that there's an old power pole, the remnants of an old power pole there. There's the old power pole, just there. So we've made it out of the bush, now we're on the beach. Behind me here is one of two gun emplacements, gun 1 and gun 2, and they can shoot a 46.5 kilo projectile, up to 16.5 kilometres. Pretty good shot for back then. Give you a rough idea, Caloundra in the distance, that's approximately 5 kilometres away. So they could shoot 3 and a bit times that distance, still get you from here. While you're up here at the Fort Bribie area, you might actually notice that a lot of the forts are really close to the ocean. Now, over the years, this is all washed away. If you were to go back just as short a period as 2009, 2010, this fort here, another one of the gun emplacements, was actually up on a dune, and there was a chain wire fence around it. And in around about 10 years, we've lost a good 15 odd metres of beach. The sad thing is that one day all these forts will go into the ocean, and there's not much they're going to do about it to try to save them. So if you do want to come up here and you want to experience it, you want to see this stuff, now's the time to come up before they do end up out in the ocean there someday. Forts behind me, these were the mine control huts. We had 2 strings of mines here on Bribie. We had the one up here from Fort Bribie all the way out past the shipping channels out there in the bay, and then they looped back around in the deep water channel. They were anchored down to detect any submarines that could come in. Now, the second string of mines we had was down at Fort Skirmish, down at the Wirram end of the beach. And they had a string of mines that went all the way over to Moreton Island in the deep water channels. When they did pack up the mines up here, they noticed that 4 mines were missing. And to this day, we've still only found 1 of those mines. So there are still 3 out there floating around, or wedged under a bit of coffee rock somewhere out in the bay, or maybe somewhere in the Pacific Ocean. Who knows, they might have even detonated. The room behind me, this was an underground facility. And this was the signals and operations room. This had a line of communication in and out of the base. In 1943, the Australian Women's Army Service actually manned this. So they provided the staff to operate this facility. Alright guys, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like a little bit more information on some of the other forts that are up here at Bribie Island, we're going to leave a video up here in the link that you can have a look at. And if you would like to actually come out and explore this area, we run tours up here at Bribie Island called G'day Adventure Tours. We'd love to have you out. There will be a booking link down below as well in the comments or in the description area. So feel free to jump on the website and have a look. If you'd like to have a look around, we'd love to show you around as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Remember to subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one.